Hello everyone, I hope you all are good. I welcome you again to the video class of St. Joseph's Academy. Today we will study English Mulberry of class 3rd, poem The Quarrel part 2. In the previous video we have discussed the poem in detail. And in today's video, we will first discuss the summary of the poem and then we will discuss the exercises given in our book. So students, let's start. In this poem, the poet is trying to explain how a quarrel begins between a brother and his sister over a very small issue, and at the end of the poem, she tries to explain how little acts of kindness can result in peace and happiness. So, the poet begins by telling us about an incident where a girl begins to quarrel with her brother over a small matter. She tells that she was not aware why she was quarreling, as a series of things led to the quarrel. The beginning of the fight was small, but it turned out to be a big issue. So, she tells us how small things, the little things, led to a quarrel. Then they begin to dislike each other, and in the afternoon, the fight became serious. Suddenly, her brother thumped on her back and said, "Oh, come on, we can't go on all night." So, he asked her to get along, means to end the quarrel, as it was not right to pull the matter and keep on quarreling. This moved Speaker's heart, and she realized that she was wrong and her brother was right. Now students, we will look at some new words and try to find out their meaning. Quarrel. Quarrel means to fight with words. So, quarrel means fight with words. Siblings. Sibling means our brothers and sisters. So, the meaning of the word siblings is brothers or sisters. One thing led to another. This means that how one thing happened and then another thing happened and it led to many different things. So it means that thing happened one after another. Next, fell out. In the poem we have read that the brother and sister, they fell out, means they started to quarrel. So fell out means quarreled. Next, slight. Slight means something that is small and not important. So slight means that if there is a thing which is very small and it is not important, it is known as slight. Next, thumbed. Thumbed means give a hard or a friendly pat, like the speaker's brother, he pats on her back. So thumped means gave a hard friendly pat. Next, go on. Go on means keep on quarreling. Now we will come to the exercises given in our book. So students, making connections. This is given on page number 71 in our English Mulberry book. Question number 1. Given below are pictures of what happened as told in the poem. Number them in the order they took place. So students, here we have 4 pictures given to us. We have to look at the picture carefully and arrange them in the sequence that the things happened in the poem. So, we have read that they began to quarrel first. So, the first picture which shows that they both were quarreling will be the first. After quarreling, they began to dislike each other. They hated each other. So, the picture given below, the first picture would be the second picture. It will come in the second number. After that, the speaker's brother thumped on her back. So, the third picture would be the one where the brother is patting on the back of his sister. And last, after that what happened? Everything became right, so they began talking to each other. So that would be the last picture. Now let's look at the answers. So this would be the first picture where they both are quarreling. Then here they both are angry with each other. They have begun to dislike or they are hating each other. So they will not talk. So this would be the second picture. Then the third picture would be the picture where her brother comes and he thumped on the back. And last, when everything became fine, they both started talking to each other. So this would be the sequence of the given pictures. Now we will come to question number 2. Read these lines and answer the questions that follow. So here are lines taken from the poem. The start of it was slight, the end of it was strong. He said he was right, I knew he was wrong. So these lines are said by the speaker, and here the speaker tells us that the start of it was slight. The starting of the quarrel was very small and was not important. It was not an important issue, but the end of it, the end of the quarrel was strong. We began to fight. And her brother says that he was right, but the speaker feels that her brother was wrong. So with reference to these lines, we have to answer the questions given below. Let us look at the questions one by one. Part A. What was slight? So what thing is that is being spoken as slight? So the answer would be the start of the quarrel was slight, as when they started quarreling, it was not an important issue. It was a very small thing, but they began to quarrel. So what was slight? The start of the quarrel was slight. Part B. Why was the end strong? So the question is asking us, why was the end of the quarrel strong? So the answer would be, the end was strong because one thing led to another and it turned into a quarrel. So as we have read in the poem that the starting was very slight. It was not an important issue to fight. But they began to fight and it turned out to be a strong one. As one thing led to another and things happened one after another, so it turned into a quarrel. Part C. What did the girl feel about her brother? As we can see in the last line, the girl or the speaker says that I knew he was wrong. So she feels that her brother was in wrong place. So let's look at the answer. The girl felt that her brother was wrong. So the girl feels that her brother is wrong and it is because of him that they began to quarrel. I repeat the answer. The girl felt that her brother was wrong. Now we will move to the next question. Question number 3. How did the brother end the quarrel? So how did the brother end the quarrel? What did the brother do in order to end the quarrel? So we will write the answer. The brother ended the quarrel by giving his sister a friendly pat. Pat means a touch, a friendly touch, and telling her that they can't fight all night. As we have read in the last 5th line of the poem that, then suddenly my brother thumped me on the back. So what did the brother do to end the quarrel? The brother ended the quarrel by giving his sister a friendly pat. And then he tells her that they cannot fight all night. So he makes effort to end the quarrel by patting on her back and then saying that we cannot fight all night. So they need to end their quarrel. Now I again repeat the answer. So the question is, how did the brother end the quarrel? So what did the brother do to end the quarrel? The answer would be, the brother ended the quarrel by giving his sister a friendly pat and telling her that they can't fight all night. Next question. Question number 4. Why does the girl finally agree that her brother was right? So in the end of the poem, we can see the line, so he was in the right. These are the lines said by the speaker or by the girl. So why does the girl finally agree that her brother was right? So let us look at the answer. The girl finally agreed that her brother was right because he tried to end the quarrel. So after the fight, when the fight became serious, the brother came and he asked her to end the quarrel. So the girl at the end of the poem says that because he tried to end the quarrel, he put some efforts to finish their quarrel, so his brother was right. I repeat the answer. The girl finally agreed that her brother was right because he tried to end the quarrel. Next question. Question number 5. Do you think the poem is funny or serious? Say why. So what do you think? Is the poem funny or serious? And then you have to give the reason. So the answer would be, I think the poem is funny because they quarrel for so long, as they keep on quarreling for the whole day. So it is funny, but forgot about it so easily. But they forgot about the quarrel very easily. So it is a funny poem. I repeat the answer. I think the poem is funny because they quarrel for so long but forgot about it so easily. Hence, we can say that the poem is funny. I repeat the answer. I think the poem is funny because they quarrel for so long but forgot about it so easily. Now, we will move to the next question. Write about the time you quarreled with your sibling, cousin or friend and then made up. So here we have to write about a time where we had a fight or a quarrel with our friend, brothers, sisters or cousins, and then at the end we again began to talk with each other. So we can write the answer. Once I quarreled with my brother as he broke my favorite toy car. We didn't talk for some days, but he came to me and gave me his favorite color book and said sorry for breaking the toy by mistake. We both were happy now and our quarrel ended. You can write any other incident on your own. Now we have completed the question answers and we will move to the next part. Appreciation. This is given on page number 72 in our English Mulberry books. Recitation and rhyme. Part 1. We must not quarrel with one another. Here is a poem for you to read out loud and recite. So here is a poem for us to read aloud. We have to read this poem loudly and then recite it. I say thank you. I say please. I say excuse me if I sneeze. I say I am sorry when I am wrong because good manners make me strong. I don't push, I don't shout. I ask my teacher if I want to go out. I don't quarrel when we play and learn. I always wait until it's my turn. I don't grab, I always share. I speak kindly to show I care. I say hello, how do you do? I know my manners, how about you? So this was the poem that we had to read. Now we will move to the next part. Question number 2. Pick out the rhyming word pairs from the poem. So we have to pick out the pair of rhyming words that are given in the poem. So the first word can be please, as given in line number 2, and please rhymes with the word sneeze. So please and sneeze are rhyming words. Next, wrong and strong. Next, shout and out. Then, learn and turn. Share and care. And the last word would be do and you. Students, these words have a similar sound at the end. So these are known as rhyming words. Let us look at all these words once again. Please sneeze. Wrong, strong. Shout, out. Learn, turn. Share, care. Do, you. So we have completed this part. Now it is our homework time. So you have to complete all the question answers in your Mulberry copy and learn them. And you have to do remaining exercises in your books. I hope you enjoyed reading this poem. See you in another video. Till then, keep studying and be safe. Thank you everyone.